So how were your predictions? I'm sure that you have some ideas about the thing that is going to happen in the dialogue. So you have ideas, and now we want to listen and see if your predictions were right. About the dialogue. Yes, we are at a railway station. Someone is waiting for his train. His train. So, what is this person's name? Mr. Gray. Yes, Gray was his name. Mr. Gray is talking to a porter at the railway station. Uh, who is a porter? Look at these people. They work at a railway station. And, you know, this is an old British word for this job, but we call these people station assistants. And at a station, they help people, they help passengers, they answer their questions, and basically they deal with passengers and their needs, and they have information and they help them. But we have an old British word which is not used anymore very much, so station assistant is a better word for that. But when we see porter, just remember this job. And now that we want to listen, we listen for the first time. And for this time that we want to listen, we want to answer one question. Keep this question in your mind. In one sentence, explain why he, Mr. Gray, is in pain. And it's not a physical pain, I told you about that. It's a pain in his mind, in his heart. He's sad. He has some kind of problem, so he's in pain. I play it once for you to answer this question and listen to the dialogue completely. But remember, you can rewind and listen again and again and again if you think you need. Okay? Now listen and answer this question. I'll be waiting.
3B. At the railway station.
This train's late. I've been waiting here for ages.
Which train?
The 8:18 to Baker Street.
The 8:18? I'm afraid you've made a mistake, sir.
A mistake? My timetable says Baker Street train 8:18.
Oh, no. The Baker Street train leaves at 8:08.
At 8:08?
They changed the timetable at the end of April. It's the 1st of May today.
Changed it? May I see the new timetable? What does it say?
It says Baker Street train 8:08.
Oh no, you're right. The train isn't late. I am.
Now, why is he in pain? He's late for a train. For what train? For the Baker Street train. Yes, that's his problem, and that's why he is in pain. Okay, now we listen again and answer two questions. What are they? What was his mistake? And why did he make that mistake? What and why? Listen and answer. Let's start.
3B. At the railway station.
This train's late. I've been waiting here for ages.
Which train?
The 8:18 to Baker Street.
The 8:18? I'm afraid you've made a mistake, sir.
A mistake? My timetable says Baker Street train 8:18.
Oh, no. The Baker Street train leaves at 8:08.
At 8:08?
They changed the timetable at the end of April. It's the 1st of May today.
Changed it? May I see the new timetable? What does it say?
It says Baker Street train 8:08.
Oh no, you're right. The train isn't late. I am.
Let's see the answers. What was his mistake? He was waiting for the 8:18 train instead of 8:08 to Baker Street. And why did he make that mistake? Because they had changed the timetable at the end of April. So that's why he made that mistake. He didn't know about the changed timetable. Wow. When do we usually say wow? One of the reasons we say wow is because we are surprised. And what does it mean to be surprised? When you find something unexpected or unusual, so you are surprised. And in this dialogue, we found those people surprised in some part of the dialogue. Well, this is a text, but in some parts of the dialogue, they showed surprise in their words. And now we want to listen to those parts. Listen carefully and underline those words that you think show surprise in the voice of the speakers. So we are ready to listen and underline. So give yourself time, and whenever you wanted to listen again or rewind, do that. It's okay. Don't hurry. You want to be careful and be patient. So let's begin.
This train's late. I've been waiting here for ages.
Which train?
The 8:18 to Baker Street.
The 8:18? I'm afraid you've made a mistake, sir.
A mistake? My timetable says Baker Street train 8:18.
Oh, no. The Baker Street train leaves at 8:08.
At 8:08?
They changed the timetable at the end of April. It's the 1st of May today.
Changed it? May I see the new timetable? What does it say?
It says Baker Street train 8:08.
Oh no, you're right. The train isn't late. I am.
Are you ready to check with me? Let's see. Okay, in this part, I feel that the porter was surprised. He said the 8:18. Why? Because you know that the porter knows the right time, the correct time, 8:08, and not 8:18. So he's surprised. And then Mr. Gray says, a mistake? This is where he is surprised too, because he is sure about his timetable. And he says, what do you say? My timetable says Baker Street train 8:18. So, a mistake? And when the porter says the correct time, 8:08, he is surprised. He says, at 8:08. And then when the porter says they changed the timetable, he is again surprised and he says, changed it? Changed it? Because this is something unusual. He thinks, why would they change it? When someone says something in this sentence and we listen to it, that part, this sentence, but this part of the sentence is surprising to the porter. So he uses only this part and questions it. The 8:18, this part is repeated. So he repeats something in a questioning way. He says, I'm afraid you've made a mistake, sir. So a mistake. And he repeats this part of his sentence because he is surprised by this, only this part. So he repeats it in a questioning way. And again, it happens in other parts. Here and here. But he doesn't say the timetable. He has another word to use instead of the timetable. So he does not repeat timetable. He said changed it. It is the timetable. The timetable is it. Changed it. So what happens? How do you hear it in their voices? Yes, with intonation. And the intonation changes when you're surprised. Your voice goes up or down, rising or falling intonation. Definitely rising. We say rising, okay. The 8:18, which part in this, only this, receives the intonation? The, 8, or 18? Which one? Which one receives the rising intonation? مسلماً اون قسمتی که برای شنونده تعجب آور بوده باید اینتونیشن رو بگیره. یعنی همون قسمتی که سورپرایزش میکنه. حالا اگر پورتر بدونه که تایم درست اینه، دقیقاً چیش مشترکه با چیزی که مستر گری گفت؟ 8ش درسته، فقط این 18ش متفاوته با اون چیزی که درسته. بنابراین کجا میاد؟ اینتونیشن میاد روی 18. اما 18 خودش 2 تا سیلابله، یکی نیست. اگر یکی بود خب اینتونیشن رو همون میرفت. حالا همون اینتونیشن رایزینگ باید روی کلمه 18 روی سیلابل تین بیاد. روی stressed syllable باید بیاد. Okay? The 8:18. پس اول از همه اون کلمه‌ای که surprising پیدا میشه و بعد اون stressed syllable همون کلمه باید rising intonation رو بگیره. Let's see it on the word mistake. He says, a mistake? Why would I make a mistake? I have the timetable. I'm sure about it. A mistake? So the word mistake is the surprising part. So he repeats it. And the intonation, the rising intonation goes up on the stressed part. Which part is stressed? Miss or take? Mistake? Take. Take is stressed, so you use the rising intonation on take. And when Mr. Gray listens to the porter and the time that he says, the correct time. He is again surprised. Something is different from what he believes is right and the correct time. So which part should receive the intonation? اون قسمتی که جای تعجب میذاره برای مستر گری، اون قسمت کجاست توی جملش؟ Listen. At 8:08, this is 1 here and this is O. تایمی که مستر گری فکر میکرده درست بوده سر یک نامبر اینجا متفاوته با چیزی که پورتر میگه. بنابراین روی O intonation میره بالا. At 8:08, they changed it. They changed the timetable. He says, changed it. این change کردن تایم تیبل برای اون سورپرایزینگ بوده. پس این کلمه باید رایزینگ اینتونیشن رو بگیره. و خب چون یک سیلابله اینتونیشن روی واول همون سیلابل میره بالا. واولش چیه؟ A. Changed it. Changed it. So this is how intonation was used in this dialogue. And have you noticed the time in British English? We use a dot, but in American English we prefer to use a colon. But in British English they write time in this way. Now we need more practice for rising intonation when we are surprised. Let's see what that is. We are going to listen to a dialogue. See, we have speakers, speaker A and speaker B. Speaker A is a woman and speaker B is a man. This conversation is long. It's not just one sentence here and another one in here. It continues in the next slides that I'm going to show you. So it's all connected. So listen.
It's the 8th of May.
The 8th?
It's the 8th of May. The 8th? The underlined part shows where the speaker B uses a surprised intonation, a rising one, on this part. The 8th. So 8th is one syllable. The vowel in it is A. So our voices should go up on the vowel A. 8th, 8th, the 8th. Let's continue the dialogue.
2.
Yes, it's Mrs. Gray's birthday today.
Today?
The stressed syllable in the word today is day. So the intonation goes up on the stressed part of that word.
3.
Yes, she's 88.
88?
Where's the stress on this word? 88. On the second part, 8. So, yes, she's 88. 88? Surprised. Wow. He's surprised by her age, 88.
4.
Yes, and she's going away for a holiday.
Going away?
So again, this part is something surprising for the man and he wants to say it, but this is a phrasal verb and phrasal verbs have stress on the second part. Going away.
5.
That's right. And she's going by plane.
By plane?
Plane is one syllable and its vowel is A, so the intonation goes up on the vowel. Plane.
6.
Yes, she wants to go to Spain.
To Spain?
Again, he is surprised by the country she's going to. Again, Spain is a one-syllable word. And it has one vowel, which is A. Spain. So he says, to Spain.
7.
That's right. Why don't you go with her?
Me?
Why is he surprised? Because she says, why don't you go with her? So he's surprised, and should he say you? You, no? نه دیگه خودش که به خودش نمیگه you. Why don't you go with her? And he says, me? Me? Rewind the video. Go back to the beginning of this dialogue. A great thing you can do with this is to pause after the woman's sentence. And you don't have to repeat it. You just want to answer. You just want to show that you are surprised. For example, I want to do this exercise.
7.
That's right. Why don't you go with her?
Me?
Me?
متوجه شدین؟ دقیقا بعد از اینکه صحبت A تموم شد من جوابی که B باید میداد و گفتم. بعدش ادامه دادم ویدیو رو که بشنوم چیزی که B میگه و مقایسه کنم با چیزی که خودم گفتم. فقط گوش دادم دقیقا که اون داره چی میگه ولی تکرارش نکردم. خودم گذاشتم جای B. بعد از اینکه این قسمت رو گفتم آدیو رو ادامه دادم تا اون سپیکر B صحبتش رو بشنوم و با چیزی که من قبلش گفتم صحبت اونو مقایسه کنم. Start with number 1 and continue. You are speaker B. Go on and we will continue. Good luck. What are we going to do? You know, the most important thing is for you to have an opportunity to use everything you have learned so far in this lesson, like the sound, the stress, and the intonation. So in here, we want to practice saying the dialogue. We want to master it. We want to become in control of it and learn it by heart. You can say all the sentences very well, correctly, the sounds, the intonation. Then you will be happy at the end because you know you have done the job. In here, you imagine, we all imagine, we are Mr. Gray. Okay? Just think about that. In the railway, waiting for the train. And you're tired of it. You're mad. We want to listen to his sentences. We are Mr. Gray, so we focus on saying and repeating and copying everything in these orange sentences. And if you have problem copying the native speaker in this audio, try using da 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 da. Oh, for example, you say, this train's late. This train's late. Da da da. This train's late. And this helps you to move your voice in a right way. I never pause in here. I just play the audio for you. This is your decision to pause, rewind, or continue. Whatever you like, whatever you need. پس برای همین یک توضیح فارسی بهتون میگم که متوجه بشین که بتونین به بهترین نحو این قسمت رو انجام بدین و تمرینش کنین، چون اینجا پازی صورت نمیگیره، جایی متوقف نمیشه ویدیو و پشت سر هم این جمله ها پخش میشن مثل خود دایالوگ. برای اینکه شما اونو درست تمرین کنین، نوشته های نارنجی رنگ، یعنی اونا پررنگ شدن توی دایالوگ، اونها رو الان میگیم، یعنی میریم توی اون نقش مستر گری. قبل از اینکه پخشش کنین میبینین جمله رو. پس قبل از اینکه پلی کنین جمله رو خودتون بگین. کدوم رنگی رو؟ فقط نارنجی رنگ ها رو. with emotions. دقیق و اونجوری که فکر میکنین. استرس باید توی کلمه ها باشه و صدایی صدای جدیدی که توی درس داریم رو هم به تلفظش توی کلمه ها دقت کنیم. و به یادتون بیارین که مستر گری چجوری حرف میزد یا اون جمله کلمه رو تکرار میکرد. بعد از اینکه این جمله رو گفتین و تموم شد، حالا ویدیو رو پلی میکنین و تا این قسمت که تموم بشه مستر گری ویدیو رو نگه میدارین. و در حین اینکه دارین گوش میدین با دقت گوش بدین که نسبت به چیزی که شما قبلش گفتین کجاش متفاوته، شما چه چیزی رو اشتباه گفتین یا متفاوت گفتین و حالا باید سعی کنین که تغییرش بدین. حالا که اینو شنیدین و پاز هم زدین، این جمله رو بعد از مستر گری تکرار میکنین و اگر هم لازم بود میزنید عقب و میگین دوباره براتون بگه که شما دقیقاً بشنوین و همون رو تکرار میکنین. و بعد ادامه میدین و به جمله پورتر میرسین. اونجاست که فقط با دقت به جملهش گوش میدیم، ولی اون جمله رو تکرار نمیکنیم چون ما پورتر نیستیم. بعد از اینکه این جمله رو گفت و ما به معنی جملهش هم گوش دادیم، سریع باید پاز بزنیم. چرا؟ چون ما میخوایم جوابش رو خودمون اول بگیم. باز خودمون از روش میگیم و بعد آدیو رو ادامه میدیم. وقتی که ادامه میدیم با دقت گوش میکنیم، ببینیم چی میگه مستر گری که ما داریم کاپیش میکنیم و سعی میکنیم که مثل جمله های اون بگیم. بعد از اینکه پاز کردیم تکرار میکنیم جمله‌ای که اون و مدلی که اون گفت. اوکی؟ و همین کار رو تا انتهای دایالوگ ادامه میدیم. مستر گری هستیم، اول از همه قبل از اینکه اون جمله های نارنجی رو بخواد بگه، ما قبلش پاز میزنیم و خودمون اونو تکرار میکنیم و بعد پلی میکنیم و میشنویم و بعد تصحیح میکنیم اگر لازم بود. با جمله های پورتر کاری نداریم و این مال قسمت بعد از اینکه این تمرین تموم بشه است. Do this as best as you can. Now let's listen. We are Mr. Gray. Okay? Let's go.
This train's late. I've been waiting here for ages.
Which train?
The 8:18 to Baker Street.
The 8:18? I'm afraid you've made a mistake, sir.
A mistake? My timetable says Baker Street train 8:18.
Oh, no. The Baker Street train leaves at 8:08.
At 8:08?
They changed the timetable at the end of April. It's the 1st of May today.
Changed it? May I see the new timetable? What does it say?
It says Baker Street train 8:08.
Oh no, you're right. The train isn't late. I am.
Thank you so much for your hard work. And now we want to change roles. For now, you're the porter and we say his sentences, the orange parts. So I changed the roles and now do the same thing for the new role of yours. Okay? Ready? Let's go.
This train's late. I've been waiting here for ages.
Which train?
The 8:18 to Baker Street.
The 8:18? I'm afraid you've made a mistake, sir.
A mistake? My timetable says Baker Street train 8:18.
Oh, no. The Baker Street train leaves at 8:08.
At 8:08?
They changed the timetable at the end of April. It's the 1st of May today.
Changed it? May I see the new timetable? What does it say?
It says Baker Street train 8:08.
Oh no, you're right. The train isn't late. I am.
May I have a word with you? It's very important. You know, it's not just listening and repeating. These are very, very important for you to learn and practice and build the knowledge you need to actually speak and produce what you have learned. So now we are going to get to that part when you need to record your voices. And I love that part. So, never say never. You need to get up and just get ready and with a lot of energy. Not that. Go to the dialogue part and have it in your mind that we can do it. And that's the only way that we can move forward. We can become better and learn more. We want to make sure that we have learned what we should learn from this lesson. So let's go. Record and compare. You need to record, but which part? Which part of Unit 15? What do we usually do? We practice the dialogue and record our voices. So the dialogue of Unit 15 is on page 55. Mr. Gray and the porter at the railway station. Okay? That dialogue. And what are the steps for that? We have talked about shadowing in previous lessons, in the lessons we had before. So if you don't know about shadowing, just go back to Unit 1 and Unit 2, and in there I have fully explained how you should do the shadowing part for the dialogue and make it easier for yourself to produce it without actually looking at the lines. The first thing is to listen carefully and repeat after each sentence. So you become a copycat and you just say everything with all the emotions and the intonation, the stress in all those lines between the porter and Mr. Gray. Just copy everything. Don't be shy. You are learning. And then shadow while reading and listening. Both of them. شادو کردن رو همراه با ریدینگ انجام بدین، یعنی متن جلوتون باشه، چرا که بخشی از آماده شدن برای مرحله بعدیه. And then you shadow with books closed. اینجاست که دیگه فقط listening هست. دیگه books closed و ریدینگی نداریم. در حالی که میشنویم شادو رو انجام میدیم. یه توضیح کوچیک راجع به شادو هم بگم اگر یادتون رفته. دقیقاً همخوانی با چیزی که میشنویمه. فقط فرقش اینه که مثلا ما یکی دو تا کلمه از سپیکر عقبیم و that's okay. It's fine. همینجوری باید باشه. ولی پشت سرش هر جمله گفت ما انگار صدامون میفته رو صداش کاملا و اون جمله رو میگیم، ولی مثلا با یکی دو تا کلمه عقب‌تر و همزمان که میشنویم انگار همونجا اون صحبت میکنه، ما هم شروع میکنیم صحبت کردن، ولی یک جوری که دقیقاً صحبتامون مچ بشه با مدلی که اون صحبت میکنه، با مدلی که اینجا توی listen carefully and repeat after each sentence انجام دادیم. درست کاپی کردیم stress intonation و sound رو. اینجا حتما به این فکر کنین قبل از اینکه این رو انجام بدین، به این فکر کنین که الان به اون مرحله رسیدین که ریدینگ رو بذارین کنار، متن رو بذارین کنار و فقط با گوش دادن شادو رو انجام بدین. اگر هنوز برای اون هنوز آماده نبودین و حس کردین که نیاز هست بیشتر تکرار کنین، حتما این کار رو انجام بدین و 2-3 بار دیگه این شادوینگ رو با همراه با ریدینگ و لیسنینگ داشته باشین و بعد برین سراغ حالا books closed and now you just listen. Then you're ready to record your voice saying the lines in the dialogue. پس دیگه هر نقش رو میگیریم، از قبل هم که تمرین کردیم، احتیاجی هم که دیگه به متن ندارین و قشنگ میتونین خودتون خیلی راحت صحبت کنین و جمله ها رو درست با اینتونیشن درست، مخصوصا جای سورپرایزش که تازه اضافه شد به مطالب دیالوگ، با رعایت کردن همه اونا صداتون رو ضبط میکنه و مطمئنین که دیگه تمام تلاشمون رو داریم توی این مرحله برای ریکورد کردن درست انجام میدیم. و در نهایت the most important part. Listen to your voice and play the book audio and compare. این مقایسه کردن است که به شما چیزی یاد میده. Because you need to learn from your mistakes برای این نیستن که اعتماد به نفس ما رو بگیرن و ما رو استاپ کنن و ناامید شیم. اونها دقیقا همون جایین که ولش نکنیم و بریم سراغش و ببینیم که دقیقا چی کار میتونیم بکنیم تا فیکسش کنیم و اون اشکال رو از بین ببریم. اگر قراره برگردیم به how to make the sound یا برگردیم به قسمت intonation، یعنی روی اینتونیشن صدامون کار کنیم، یا یک جایی رو مثلا توی دیالوگ سپیکر جوری گفته که من با اینکه شنیدم ولی اشتباه تکرار کردم و تو ذهنم همون بوده همونو گفتم، برگردم دقیقا همون قسمت بگم ببینم چی گفته و اونو توی گفتار خودم تغییر بدم. همین میستیک ها هستن که توی ذهنم بهتر میمونن. So don't forget about that. This is the most important part of your lessons. Don't ignore it. This shows you, this is the evidence that you can give yourselves to show that you have learned the things in this unit. So love yourself and your speech, your pronunciation, and believe in yourselves. And then start with full power. See you in the next part. Work hard. Ooh, is it the dialogue again? Oh no, spelling. It is spelling. Okay, we have all the words from the dialogue and they all have the A sound in them. How is the A sound spelled? Look at all these words and discover. I'll be waiting. Okay. These letters show the sound A. So, when we have A sound, which spelling is the most common spelling for that? Look at all of them. Okay. And I added new spellings as well. But these three are the most common spellings for the A sound. And we see fewer number of words for these spellings that sound A. Now for the first one. Can you give me some examples? Just say them, like baker, right? How many words do you know? Take, good, paper, April, shade, and so on. We had a lot of this spelling in this unit. It's used a lot. And then the second one, AI, like train, wait, paint, afraid. Day, player, pay, say. EIGH. 8, weigh, slay. Grey, obey. This grey is small g, so it's the color grey. EA, like the least common spelling form. Break, great, EA. But what sound is spelled with EA the most? Which sound? From unit 1, 2, 3, tell me. The sound E, long E, like tea, bean. EA is mostly used for the sound E, E. And here in these words, we say A, break, great. Now EI, vein, protein. This spelling in a word, it's not always the sound of A. We always need to check dictionaries and just connect this spelling with the sound and the word. چیزی که همیشه بهتون گفتم که کلمه رو با اون صدا و سپلینگ مچ کنین. بگین این سپلینگ برای این صدا توی این کلمه میاد، چون رولز خیلی همه جا نمیتونه با آدم کمک کنه. استثناء رو هر وقت پیش اومد یاد بگیرین. But this is just a general rule. The sound is usually spelled with these three spellings. So we mostly see them like this. And whenever you learn new words that have the A sound, write them in your book or your notebook, and make sure that you are connecting the sound, spelling, and the rules that you have learned to everything new that you learn in the future. Thank you so much. We have got to the last part of this lesson, the spelling part. And now we want to check if we have reached our goals for this lesson, Unit 15. Have you? What do you think about your learning and your performance? Think about where you had problems. Think about the easy parts, the parts that you were very interested in, that you really liked or didn't like. How was your learning experience? Think about that and write it down. And if you can fix it in the future, do something for it. So your learning becomes easier. و این سپلینگی که من میگم قوانینش خیلی قوانین محکمی نیستن و برای هر قوانین کلی استثناء وجود داره که اصلا کلا نباید قوانین رو روشون حساب کنیم. این باعث نمیشه که شما از اینها به موقعش نتونین استفاده کنین. زمانی که شما میخواین یک کلمه رو بنویسین و دارین مثلا میشنوین، حالا کلمه آسونی هم هست و شما میدونین و میتونین سپلش کنین، اما کلمه هست مثلا داره میگه train و شما دارین صدای A رو توش میشنوین. خب اونجا دارین فکر میکنین که خب من نمیدونم این چجوری سپل میشه، ولی تقریبا با اون حروف متداولی که هست برای نوشتن صدای A آشنا هستین و اونجاست که دیگه بالاخره شانس دیگه یک جوری باید اون سپلینگ رو بنویسین. میتونین یک دونه رو انتخاب کنین و یه جوری انگار کلمه اختراع کنین اصطلاحاً، ولی خب بعدا درستش رو یاد میگیرین اگر درست نبود. اینجور جاها به کارتون میاد که کلمه همچین خالی و بی جواب هم نباشه. و یکی نکته دوم همین که وقتی که دارین ریدینگ انجام میدین و کلمه ای رو میبینین که مثلا با یکی از این سپلینگ ها هست و دارین میخونین و اونجا اون ندونستن صدای اون سپلینگ ممکنه متوقفتون کنه موقع خوندن و این جاییه که باید برگردین به رابطه بین صدا و سپلینگ و ببینین که این سپلینگ رو من راجبش چه صداهایی یاد گرفتم و چه صداهایی میتونه داشته باشه و تقریبی اون رو بگم. ممکنه یعنی مال وقتی که مثلا کلمه رو معنیش رو میدونین ها، ولی از لحاظ خوندن از روش نمیتونین بخونین. اینه که این روش هم بهتون کمک میکنه، چون اگر معنیش رو ندونین اون قضیه باز فرق میکنه که مثلا ممکنه توی دیکشنری برین سراغ دیکشنری و اونجا معنی رو که میبینین تلفظ رو هم خب طبیعتا چک بکنین. اینه که خب قوانین اینجور جاها به دادمون میرسن و یه جورایی مهمن، کمک میکنن. حالا تمرینی رو میخوایم با هم داشته باشیم که رابطه بین صدا و سپلینگ رو تقویت کنه و این تمرینی که شما خودتون کاملا مستقل میتونین با سلیقه خودتون هم انجامش بدین. من به صورت مثال یک تونه رو بهتون توضیح میدم که چجوری انجام بدین که با استفاده از سانگ انجام میشه. و خب چون ما از اول یونیت روی یک سانگ کار کردیم و با آهنگش و کلماتش آشنا هستیم، تصمیم گرفتم که روی یک قسمت این تمرین رو بهتون نشون بدم و اگر هم احساس میکنین یه ذره آهنگ یادتون رفته و اینکه چجوری خونده میشه، برگردین به آهنگ و یک چند بار باش بخونین در حالی که لیریکس متن جلوتونه. We need just a small part of this song. و چون با میوزیک روی هر لاین و هر کلمه توی اون سانگ آشنا هستیم و باهاش خوندیم و چندین بار گوش دادیم، من این سانگ رو انتخاب کردم. ولی با هر سانگی که دلتون بخواد هم میتونین این کار رو انجام بدین، در صورتی که خیلی با میوزیکش آشنا باشین، ولی لازم نیست که خیلی میوزیکال باشین یا خیلی روی نوت بخونین. فقط برای اینه که شما بر اساس اون سانگی که توی ذهنتون هست یه سری از کلماتی که جدیده رو جایگزینش کنین و اون کلمات رو تمرین کنین. و من به ازای هر استرس سیلابلی که توی هر لاین وجود داره یک استرس سیلابل میذارم که صدای جدید مورد نظر ما که میخوایم تمرینش کنیم توی اون کلمه ها هست، توی تک تک اون کلمه ها هست. For example, she says, I chase your love around a figure eight. How many stressed syllables do we have? Chase your love around a figure eight. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 stressed syllables. And now we need 5 syllables that are stressed and have the A sound in them. Here I wrote a song about a baker. Waiting today, April bakes cakes. So it means I'm waiting today, and a woman named April bakes cakes. So we had 5 stressed syllables. Waiting, 1, wait, 1 stressed syllable. Today, 2, April, 3, bakes, 4, cakes, 5. 5 stressed syllables. This is April and she bakes cakes. So this is how we write a song with the words that have the sound we want to practice and connect the sound with the spelling in the words. So let's sing it with music. You don't have to know a lot about music, just sing it the way you want. Copy as much as you can, just, the music on each line. So in this song, originally, it says, chase your love around a figure eight. Waiting today, April bakes cakes. Music here, music on the new line. Rain day, gate breaks. This line says, I need you more than I can take. Rain day, gate breaks. She stresses the word need, more, and take. 3 words, but in here we have 4 stressed words. I made it 4 because in this line we have a lot of function words. So I used 4 stressed content words in here to make the line longer that can match the original music of this line. You promise forever and a day. How many stressed syllables do we have in here? Promise, 1, promise. Forever, 1 in here. And a day is a content word and stressed. But the singer in the song, she says, you promise forever and a day. She stresses the word and. So we need 4 stressed syllables to write. Take trays, weigh cakes. Let's copy the music on it. You promise forever and a day. Take trays, weigh cakes. You see, اگه میوزیک ادامه پیدا کنه و مثل خودش بشه cakes, this makes it longer, طولانی ترش میکنیم. ولی خب این چیزیه که قبلا هم گفتم، اولین صدا توی این صدای دوتایی قوی تره. برای همینه که اینجا وی وقتی که میخواد طولانی تر کنه کلمه رو رو بیشتر میشنوین. وی. Stained apron, stained apron. Great pain, great pain. Great here doesn't mean very good. It means a lot of pain. How do we say it? And then you take it all away. She stresses this and this part. and then you take it all away. Stained apron, great pain. We have 3 stressed syllables in here, but because we have more function words and we want this to become longer, I added 4 stressed syllables. Stained apron, great pain. She repeats, then you take it all away. و این چون توی سانگ صدای زیر 2 تا سیلابل stressed شنیده میشه. Baker afraid, then you take it all away. Baker afraid. Now, way, 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 way. What can we say for that? 8, late, gray cakes. And the name of the song is April Bakes. So you can do this with any song you like, and this helps you a lot with matching the spelling and the sound in your minds. So try it. Wow, you worked really hard in this unit. And now it's time to see what you can do at the end. Remember, this is Unit 15. So we have all the sentences about that. And this is your job to read each line and check yourselves and see if you can do the things said in each line. So this is a self-test at the end of the unit. Test yourselves and see if you have reached your goals. So you can pause in this part and check yourselves. I'm really happy to be with you to work on pronunciation and finish another lesson. So I hope you enjoyed and learned a lot. Thank you very much. Hope to see you again in the next lesson. Goodbye.